everything you wanted, I gave you it. Every little piece of me I gave you. Take it then you flaunt it, faking it. I can see the dirt on your fingertips. Baby, don't preach. I'll be pleading the fifth. You're out of my reach, but I'm under your grip. Bruh. You never asked me for forgiveness, but then you stick words in my throat, and I don't wanna go lower than low, lower than low. Got me going places thought I'd never go. Lower than low, out on my own. Yeah, you got me sinking with you. Everything I wanted, you tainted it. Hold back the encore, told her that I need more. Sure as hell you don't follow. I'm phoning home with no call numbers, I'm writing songs, no voice notes, I'm hollow. Baby, tell me, or are you pleading the fifth? I'm coming up from beneath, better watch you don't slip. You never offered your repentance. Whenever I came around, you let it show. 'Cause I don't want you to go lower than low, lower than low. Hold the standing ovation, skip the episode. Lower than low, out on my own. Yeah, you got me sinking with you. 100 roses on your doorstep, left the thorns on. 100 ways I tried to warn you, couldn't take the hint. Thinking about the future makes me paranoid. Don't look forward, something's gotta give. Flipping back and forth, kill the switch on us, you got us go. Lower than low, broken down. Lower than low, on the kitchen floor. Hold the standing ovation, skip the episode. Lower than low, don't care, out on my own. Yeah, you got me sinking with you.
Hey, traders. Welcome to the stream. It's Tuesday. Could be doing anything, but you're here. I appreciate it. As we are seeing some selling that has come into not just the crypto space, but the commodity space, the equity space. Sometimes it happens. And there's kind of a little technical damage that's been done to Bitcoin, somewhat, right? You know, yesterday wasn't that big a deal. Today, a little more significant, where we're now below the Three Gorges Dam resistance, 11,463. Not really good when you break out, and then the next week you back test it, and it looks good, and then you dump again. That's that very well could have to do with a lot of the macro stuff going on. I think it's like a new vice president for Joe Biden was announced, Kamala Harris, and then you had also Russia announced a vaccine to COVID, which is like the first one, you know, they're sort of like released. So I guess a couple news catalysts maybe helped, but it's crazy, man. The S&P 500 made a 99% retrace from its previous all-time high, February 2020, to the COVID crash lows, 99%, and began in the last 30 minutes to an hour of trading where it was up at its highest point, right, of the whole rally. Huge red bearish engulfing candle came in, and we tested 33.33, the old gap fill as support, and held right at it to close. So as you can see here on Bitcoin, the channel, man, the big channel, you're back in it. So you figure if this selling continues, your next target's 10,952. It's next support. We know that. We've been testing in a support resistance before on the way up, and probably tested on the way down. If you don't hold 10,952, well, your next target's 10,550, and that's where we start talking about, well, we could be in a lot of trouble if we fall below 10,550, because you got to remember, this chop going on right now, definitely double toppy looking stuff for now, but you got to go to the weekly, right? Because people will panic if they don't go to more significant time scales, because all you're seeing right now in 4 hour, just a bunch of red, a bunch of selling back in the channel. All right, like watch this though. We go to the weekly. Go to the weekly. All right, the Grand Slam breakout, not so much a breakout anymore. You're still got your home run breakouts, right? The down sloping resistance from all-time highs, and the horizontal line resistance from the Bulkowski pattern, the right angled and descending broadening formation. You know, if the selling continues, something we haven't done that we could easily do in time is like on Binance's chart, it's like 10,375. You could see a back test of that before bouncing and running to higher prices. It could happen, man. I mean, that means the Bitcoin would have to go down like another $1,900, $1,000 or $900, right? So you've never had a back test of the pattern you broke out of 2 weeks ago. So you really, I mean, just that's kind of what we're looking at. So it's like it's a little damage done, but you know, you got all week where a recovery could happen, where it reverses, and by Sunday we're above the Three Gorges Dam resistance again. That could happen, or the worst case happens where market participants across the world continue to cash grab. Right, today was a cash grab, like that. And talking where money went back into fiat. You can see collectively everywhere. Every market sold off like this, and you had individual assets. So I mean, maybe a handful that did well. Like Moderna, after hours, is up like 10%. I think it got like a deal with the U.S. government on vaccines and stuff, so it's pumping off that. But tech continuing to slide. Before the last 30 minutes to an hour of trading, airline companies were doing extremely well. Bank assets, you know, like financial sector assets were doing well. But again, man, everything got kind of wrecked at the end of the day. It happens. Cash grab. All right, that's your weekly on Bitcoin. No harm, no foul yet, though you'd like to be above 11,640 by the end of the week. You're right now below it. And you could eventually, if things get really inverse frothy here, 10,375 is the top of the pattern we've never back tested as support, when it was once resistance for 10 or 8 to 10 months. You can imagine. Bitcoin dumps 6%. It's only down 5% right now. Altcoins across the table, devastated. I mean, you're talking some down, BAT down 10%. Ethereum down. Yeah, see, getting cocky, man. That's what happens when it's a joke. You know, get cocky. I mean, look at the weekly though. Look how we just look at the weekly. Nothing. No big deal on Ethereum. If anything, it's just like you broke out 2 weeks ago. Last week you back tested. This week you're back testing the breakout from late June of 2019, right? The double bottom peak, the neckline of it. You're back testing the neckline of the double bottom again this week, second time in a row. So sure, the daily or 4 hour or 60 minute or lower, yeah, you're screwed. You're scared. You're freaking out. You're, you know, just, oh my God. But like you go to the weekly, not that big a deal. But we do know this is like a PCZ of a bearish shark pattern, 113% retrace. So you could, I mean, this is where we could break to the downside. If things go bad, like worst case scenario for Ethereum, golds, equities, right, whatever, the whole market, 113%, right? That's where we get reversals. Right here, right where we are, we reverse. But we're still holding support. So if you don't hold support, all right, man, well then $280, $300, common retrace levels for this pattern. So that's definitely real. You just haven't had much of a reversal yet, but clearly 3 weeks of stalling action at the pattern completion zone of the bear shark, all right? So you just, problem is like how everything went so fast on the 4 hour, no edge. No edge. People will be asking, I'm sure you're gonna be probably see people seeing in the stream, patrons ask, non-patrons ask, like what now? Do I take a long at this price? Or it's like, dude, that's just not how we trade. We don't trade, we don't take positions before variables present themselves. Just because a support is real doesn't mean like that is where a reversal is gonna occur. It could, but you don't have an edge on the market at that support. So like I'm saying, the good news about this shark is there's no bearish divergence or anything like that at the PCZ, so that's good. But we can go to like the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. So daily, no edge. I mean, you know, you're holding support, right? You're trying to hold on to support for your dear life. You're finally negative again on the MACD on the daily. First time since July 20th. All right, like 3 weeks. Bearish engulfing type candle going on. But again, the technical damage comes when you fall below 367. That's when we start getting, we could be in trouble. There could be a much more significant sell-off if Ethereum falls below these levels here. Okay, 366 to 350. And that's it. So on daily, we got the 4 hour. Remember the ascending triangle idea? It's kind of crazy where you are right now. I mean, this is where you are on Ethereum. The way I plotted it. It's like accumulation, kind of sell wall here, and 366 tested like the Jesus. Not see the problem. This is what I'm talking about. You know, for taking position right now for a long, it's just there's not enough evidence of a reversal to the upside yet. There's not. So this selling could continue even on the 4 hour. You're not even oversold yet on Bitcoin nor Ethereum. But yeah, you're holding this demand line for now. Got to have a Japanese candlestick reversal. I mean, Bitcoin's working on a hammer, but too much time left. Hour 43 minutes. Easily could just start selling off. We could be much lower prices before the daily candle close. So just wishful thinking right now. There is no edge for a long right now at all. So Bitcoin, Ethereum. Let's go to the just so you know what's going on, all right? I mean, I know a lot of people come here for crypto, but let's go look at gold. Why did Bitcoin sell off? Why did Ethereum, all the altcoins sell? Look at gold, dude. Look at gold. Devastated. Imagine FOMOing, right? $2,075. Look at this. All right, from the highest point to the lowest point. So gold, in 4 days, in 20 hours.
Is that a joint?
Has lost 8% of its value. I mean, that's somewhat of a crash. So gold kind of crashed a little bit. Yeah, very, very oversold. That makes sense. No edge, right? There's no opportunity for a long ride here. You could give it a shot, but you're doing it just based on trying to hold on. Look, 1920, man. You go all the way back 2011. 2012, that was all-time highs. You're technically below that right now. Sorry, I'd have to go to the daily for you to see it. Look left. Really left. Right here. You know, that was all time. You're just right at it now. What a run it's been, you know. Imagine being upset about gold dumping. Finally, dude. Where were you for the past 2.5 years on gold? Complaining about it now. All right, so is it really Bitcoin's fault? Probably not. I mean, it's macro. It's macro stuff. It's like, it's not gold. Silver did the same thing, right? Silver, man. It was down even worse. So look, 2484, just one of the support resistances. Looking left, way back. Yeah, right here, this was the major one. Like, so you can see the price action. As soon as you broke it, you were doing what it should have done, 35 bucks. But again, time ran out, macro reversed. So did silver, gold, everything, Bitcoin, equities, cattle, sure, corn, wheat, everything. So you're just in between the major support resistance zone. If you can ever get back above 26 bucks, you could be in good shape. You back tested that support, and then you would have you could have a very nice run of $35 eventually on silver. But at this current time, there's no edge on the oscillators on the daily or the 4 hour. The violence of selling was it was just too fast. So a big bearish engulfing candle was painted. Tons of volume. Those are real things, man. So normally when you get a big bearish engulfing candle on record levels of volume, you gotta wait. You gotta let more data present itself, because this could just be the beginning of a correction or pullback for silver. This is how normally reversals start. Big volume, big bearish engulfing candle. Well, let's see. Let's see how it plays out, right? You haven't seen negative momentum on silver on the daily since July 6th. 5 weeks. You're about to go negative again. Like, your next candle, if not today, is gonna be red. All right. There was, in fact, a little bit of bearish divergence. You can see it a higher high, but hey, Dan and Melissa.
Is that a joint?
Thank y'all so much. Supporting the stream. 2420. Iowa Jesus peoples. Rest in peace. So sorry to hear that your trashy chancellor, I don't know, I'm not calling, I mean, I called him names, but like, it's just ridiculous, man. They're canceling college football for the Big Ten and the Pac-12. That's like confirmed now. Good luck. I really hope that your schools, if they want to play, seek out the other conferences like the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12. Just go down the chat, let's go.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Disco Dave. Welcome, man. Yeah, dude. And also, what happened? Someone else just joined 2 minutes ago. What's happening? So if you don't know, record was made last night. Records were made. History was made. Unreal. Like, I can't even believe it. But we hit over 500 patrons. Here we go. Here's Brandon, man. Joined 4 minutes ago. Have the chat, let's go. Thank you, Brandon.
Is that a joint?
Be sure to single your Patreon on the Discord. I think 1 or 2 people are having problems with that still. So we're now sitting at 512 patrons. Broke that 500 wall, and we're going, dude. All right, but yeah, it is unfortunate if you are joining the Patreon now, right, where the first of the month, the opportunity, there was already opportunity last month, right? You know, July, June, May, April, all great months of opportunity for longs and stuff, and then, you know, people FOMOing in kind of into the Patreon, and right, there wasn't too much value left. I tried to make that pretty clear. Now, we tried. I did all the best I could, you know, but it was like the macro reversed. The whole macro reverse. Your trade setup's gonna, anyone that was starting is gonna fail. That happens. But you gotta be grateful that, man, look at all the trade setups that were successful in hitting their first, second targets and some third targets, right? So we just have to wait for more data now. We just had a huge market price. I mean, we had like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks of complete euphoria up and not much down at all. And so now we're getting a little bit more vulnerability to what's going on, but that's okay. The bullish trend's still very much intact. It's not over yet. So don't get too scared. That weekly, it's really helpful for curbing any anxiety if you have it. All right. Look at this, man. I didn't even notice this, but so I had a package because I wasn't quite out of my Irwin coffee yet, but like opened it and look what he sent me, man. Enjoy Irwin coffee. I love it, man. The Coca-Cola cursive, fantastic. First time ever wearing it. Feels good. Anyway, so the silver, and then we got to go to the S&P 500 that was doing so well until Power Hour came around, and that was it, dude. Look, big bearish engulfing candle being painted, right? Every market has got a huge bearish engulfing candle being painted, all of them. But here we are, right? 99% retrace from your February all-time high to the lowest low. 99%, and that's when reversal began. It's really, if you zoom out, it's not that big a deal, dude. It's really not that crazy. Look, it seems like probably by tomorrow, at some point, you'd see 32.95 for a back test. If you don't hold that, then you got 32.13. No big deal. But look what you did. Bulkowski talks about gaps where about 22% of the time they act as support resistance. Look here, listen, that's exact. We closed like at the same dollar amount, right? 33, 33, 33, repeating, of course. You're there, right? So that held. Just they're not that strong of support resistance. There's also that support resistance from January 22nd lines up with it. All right, so, you could easily look at the uptrend we're in, where you could easily come and test eventually 32.57 before bouncing and going to higher prices. Still thinking, what really happened? Nothing too crazy happened today, so still thinking S&P 500 all-time highs before the election, still the same kind of thought. It's been going very well almost every day. So, yeah, man. Well, what's interesting is how tech is also getting wrecked. But still, even within its structure, it's okay. It's higher than where it was last week when Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, they all reported earnings. It's still higher than that. Yeah, there's definitely bearish divergence on the day. Look here, listen. Like a high on price, a higher high on price, yeah, lower levels, and now it's playing out. But hopefully in a bull trend, it underperforms, you pivot, make it a higher low, and then you run again. Man, this one's all-time highs. This is NASDAQ, same thing. Okay, so we looked at crypto market. We looked at, equities. Looked at precious metals, commodities, right? So you can see that it's like the same story across the board. It's not specific to crypto or Bitcoin, right? So everyone's just going to take deep breaths here, okay? Deep breaths. We've been through the worst. Way worse than this, man. We're live when we're dumping like almost 50%, like insane dumps. This is very, very mild compared to what we've experienced on a stream before, okay? If anything, for now, and of course, right, there's too much time left where what's looking like a nice bounce on Bitcoin could just turn back into terrible, You were at a low point today of 11,121. So we're up $200 from that lowest point nadir level of the day. Thanks so much for the nearly 1,400 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the coverage of the sell-off today, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Because I understand people may not be happy about the selling that we've gotten today. But you can't, every day can't be just bullish, right? It can't be up every day. So you gotta sometimes have pullbacks. Let's just pick one, man. Let's just go to one of the darlings, Tezos. That's down 7%. 7%? Who cares, man? Wasn't it like 72 hours? It was up like almost 50%. Yeah. And all it did was back test this $3.80 area. That's where traders set it up on the 4 hour. It back tested it and has bounced a little bit with Bitcoin. Absolutely no buyer exhaustion. on the daily, no exhaustion on the weekly. There might have been a little bit on the 4 hour. I don't even know because it went up so fast. No, absolutely no exhaustion on the 4 hour. Just pull back the magger. And look at this, dude. I mean, you tell me, is this not insane? Is this not magic? And in retrospect, I think I might have done a better job for the patrons if I would have actually regarded the broadening tops measured move as the second target and not the 1272 fib extension. Okay, well, it's not over at all, you know, and so that's it, man. When you hit the measure move, barely any time above it at all, and that's where the reversal happens. Reversal of the measure move, it's going to be profit taking across the board for traders, for Tezos. 440, you got a size 442. It's uncanny, isn't it, chat? Beautiful. So no problem, man. No problem. What was once resistance is trying to be regarded as support. You are holding as support right now. So pray for Bitcoin if you want these altcoins to continue to shine. But yeah, if you can't handle 7% down days, 10% down days in crypto, you don't deserve the gains when they go up 10 to 15%. All right. What's up, Tom? Long time lurker, first time trader. Thanks for opening our perceptual loops, man. Thoughts on Viacom? Well, Viacom, dude, look at this, man. Look at this. I don't even remember the last time I looked at it, but it's the Jesus, dude. Look at this. I have it targeted and everything. Look at this pattern, man. This pattern's on the daily. This goes back to 2009, dude. 2009. It's like Ford. It's a bullish cipher pattern. No, it's actually technically a shark pattern. 886 reversed is V-shaping. There was a gap fill. It eventually filled that gap. And look, I mean, 382, $33, and $40.41. Kind of like the target still. So it's continuing to run. Telecommunications, right? Yeah, it's been doing quite well. So nothing to see here. Look at the steepening of the selling. Like that just means more and more distribution. Like you were like legging down, where you could almost use a curved line tool, but it was like this, and then that selling started like picking up hardcore, new angles, and then you do it again. It legged down like 4 times before this recovery. All right, look at that. And now you're just right at the last leg. All right, 1, 2, 3 legs down. You're right at that last leg as resistance. That's what you've tested today. And no higher. Here you can see it. Sorry, it's red. I know it should just be white or something. But yeah, these are normally, once that parabolic move ends, these normally they're not very strong resistance. They can get broken pretty easy. I mean, I'm saying too, like on flip it over, right? You leg up like this, these don't act as very good supports in the end, but we'll see, right? Viacom, I mean, this pattern is too big where you could, I mean, there's not another run possibility at all that you eventually see $33 and $40. I mean, this has been up for a long time, like for months, right? This pattern. There you go, Viacom. Is $5 EOS still valid? It just depends, man. It depends on the macro. Like, it depends on Bitcoin. It depends on probably gold and equities. Depends on, like, you know, it's like, why did all the selling came in today? It's like 2 different catalysts that maybe ushered it in. But maybe it was just the fact that, hey, man, 99% retrace from all-time highs. It's time to reverse it. All right, we only have 1 candle. We need more data. We need a lot more data to see what this big vulnerability candle, big bearish engulfing candles on the dailies are going to turn into. Definitely seems like we could get more follow through price action. Sure. Tesla up on news of a stock split. There you go, man, right? It's like painting a distribution pattern, classic distribution. It's near the confirmation line of the pattern. The neckline, and then of course, right, like news of a split, like that news catalyst can ruin TA. They can make it or break it. And like, there's just, if Tesla's going to pump on that, someone used their trump card, right? Oh man, not looking good. Cash grab across all markets. Pull out the split card. We're not going down. So any kind of bearish pattern on Tesla could be destroyed now. Typical for that one. Very typical. Whew. All right. So again, if you don't know about Tezos, what's up with Tezos, dude? It's pretty simple, dude. Pretty simple on Tezos. August 7th. Trade setup was posted.
Tezos chart.
Bryce, you might have partaken in your Elon Musk a little too early, dude, because we've been looking at the Tezos chart. We're looking at it right now. That's like going on a crowded elevator, being on the 3rd floor, going to the back of the elevator and being like, sir, could you push the 3rd floor button? And everyone looks back at you. And they're like, dude, we're on the 3rd floor. That's what you just did, Bryce Jones. Sorry, I had an experience with that one day, a long time ago when I was a kid. Very embarrassing. Never forgot it. It's kind of hilarious though. Anyway, so Tezos, right? Trade setup August 7th, man. And this is where I'm talking. Like I maybe didn't. We can always get better, man. Like even if you spend 10 years doing it, like think about, man, I should have maybe used that measured move as a second target because you just saw what it did before it reversed violently. But it went up there, very close to the second target too. We're swinging for the fences because we know what these cryptos can do in extremely bullish conditions. So we weren't wrong there. It's just macro, man. The macro is taking things away from Tezos and everything else. All right.
Except I paid for it, smile.
You paid for it? It's a vague pronoun, dude. So we're not very good with vague pronouns. Get wrecked, dude. Sorry.
Bruh.
In a positive way. My God, dude. What's going on in the live chat? Futures aftermarket up. Let's check out the futures, man. Like, cause that's really big deal, dude. Futures are so important in times like this because, dude, volatility. When volatility picks up on the futures, that's when you know we might be screwed. That hasn't really happened yet. We're up a little bit, 0.23%. Top left of your screen, S&P 500 mini futures. Bottom left is Dow Jones up 0.21%. NASDAQ top right of your screen is up 0.54%. Bitcoin's the bottom right of your screen, down 0.44% on the new day. So not really following the index funds so far. And we could definitely see lower prices on Bitcoin if, yeah, dude, there's no Japanese candlestick reversal pattern. Sorry, I got storms. Thunder. You can hear it. Wow. Perfect sound effects from my overlay. I hope y'all like that. A lot of y'all have never seen the weather. This is what we used to always do, just different weathers and stuff. Well, let me, that might be like people getting seizures here. There we go. A little better. But, yeah, Bitcoin just not doing too well out the gate on the new reopen of the futures. Big drop though. This is like giving back like 3 or 4 days of gains across the markets. But see, the thing is, the Nasdaq's been in a correction for about a week now, where that's the market rotation we were seeing. Didn't matter today, right? Nasdaq just continued to dump with everything. So yeah, dude, if you care about altcoins, you want to trade, you want to swing trade again, you got to wait for more data. We got to wait for an edge in the market. We had an edge. We had a bunch of edges across different assets, and now we don't. This volatility has kind of wrecked everything, and we just got to let more data present itself to us so we can make decisions with coinciding variables and not just guessing when a bounce is going to happen. All right, we can go to BAT now. Someone's asking about it, down 10%, right? 10% only after doing what? I'll show you. I mean, it went back down to near entry price with this dump. But that's okay, because one day, if you don't learn now, maybe you will learn. This is a trader's market. Trader's market, chat. Entry was at where we were. It was the bottom of the trading range. We had just sprung and back tested the spring for a few hours. Bullish divergence was there too. Okay. Okay. 2 targets of the 3 were hit. You know, this last one here, he never got there. Clearly. So down 10% only after touching that second target of the trade setup. Back near entry. Trader's market. This is how it works, dude. Bat. Big hammer. Trying to develop here, but... And technically, if you close where you are now, you might be showing hidden bullish divergence at some point on the MACD. Wow. So still stuck. After a really, really nice recovery. After that legendary dragon trade played out. Range bound. Range bound. For what, like 6 weeks plus now or something? So gross. But yeah. Trader's market. We can look at XRP if you want. Remember, 31 cents. 30.4 cents was a target for profit taking. You gotta get the weekly for it. 31 cents, man. All right, you broke it. You dumped, you rallied, you tested, you failed just 3 consecutive times, and then you got another lower high, and then you dump from there. But like, this isn't a joke area. Like, this is where reversals definitely do occur. You gotta look left and see all that. That's it. That was the top. That's been the area. Like this, we've had this as a target forever, and that is why you have profit taking levels, because at profit taking levels, what happens? People take profit and sell-offs occur, and then you might spend a month or more consolidating before you run again. That's how it works. Big resistances equals big sell orders, lots of sell orders. That's how it works. I can't believe people are literally still pinging me saying XTZ. Like, dude, we spent like 30 minutes on XTZ today. What? Just rewind the stream. You'll be okay. What is that? Okay, get it. XRP hits a target for profit taking. People take profit, and you could spend time below it. Oh boy, I think I might lose power soon, I guess, in time. But that's like what you do. Like, are you nervous? You scared, man? We'll just zoom out, go to the weekly, and it's a lot clearer. Like, makes a lot more sense. No big deal, man. Same thing with Litecoin down. It's down 8%. Go to the weekly. You're not even close to your targets. Let's understand. It's okay, man. Ups and downs. Oscillation of price. You're showing no exhaustion from buyers. You just hit a major resistance, $60. You knew that. You watch a stream or a patron. You know, like, the areas of resistance on almost all the altcoins, because we cover them almost every single day. And $60 was one. 60 to 63. You reversed at it. And you're doing it on the weekly. Okay, well, eventually you pivot. You can go down to $48 and it's still gonna be okay. Go to $50, it's still gonna be okay. You should make a higher low than the previous low from $40, reverse, and in time, you'll test $60 again, and then eventually you could have another massive breakout and see that, $79 to $80. Okay, when in doubt, zoom out. Yeah, big blood on 4 hour, 60 minute and below. And even the daily, a little bit of blood. I mean, bearish engulfing, but weekly, no problem, man. Monthly, even better. Even better on the monthly. We already looked at silver, Sergio. We looked at silver at the beginning of the stream. I mean, right after gold, so. That would be super cool, Hector, dude. But unfortunately, I don't think we can do that. I mean, it's all on Teespring. If they allow it as a merchandise piece, and we can do it, then yeah, that'd be great. But I don't think there are barbecue. Look, you got to go to, if you want like ideas, you just go to teespring.com and just look through the things that they offer, and then you can come to with a real idea on what will be good for merchandise. But we're as limited as Teespring is limited, so check that out on their website. Bullish cyber on Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I get it. Just, this is the area where you're talking about the idea of it. First off, you can't see it on the weekly. Can't see it on the daily. Only exists on the 4 hour. And you got no edge. No edge at all. How do we anchor too? Like, how are we doing it? Are we doing it like this, man? Are we going like from the scam wick low? People talk about ideas for harmonics, and I'm gonna facilitate on the stream the idea. I mean, then you got a long way to go, or somewhat. You got 786. 786 is 10,850. You ready for that? Very possible where you could see that without an edge on the market. We have no idea. I got no idea Bitcoin's gonna create a hammer right now, run up and break above 11,463 in the next 12 hours, or if it's going to dump more, right? If there's no edge, then anything's possible. Like, I'm not a fortune teller. I only am here to tell you what the market might be implying is next. And we do know that, like, yesterday on stream, it was mentioned that there was some 4 hour bearish divergence at the critical resistance. And we reversed, but didn't know that it was over. And it did continue. The bearish divergence continued to play out with much lower prices. So if this is what you're talking about for a cipher, okay, dude. Well, that means see it 10,800. You better have an edge on the market at this PCZ, or it's gonna be still very weak of an idea. All right. PCZ Bizico, not PVC. This is not plumbing hour. All right. It's not Mario. Mario will tell you all about PVC pipe.
Bruh.
So mysteries abound on Bitcoin. The mystery is out. I mean, that's what happens, dude. Sometimes there's an edge, not an edge right now. Nope. I wish there was, dude. I would tell you. I'd love to tell you. But hey, there might be other people to watch during the times when there's no edge. So you can, they might give you a false sense of security, or like, hey, everything's going to be okay, man. We're going to reverse here. It's going to be fine. Nothing's implying that the selling's done yet on Bitcoin. You're not oversold on the 4 hour, and that's a good indication that you could see lower prices if things wanted to continue to snowball, right? Okay, 10,952 though is pretty cool. You get some price action below that 10,952 to test the PCZ before bouncing. It'd be cool. XLM's completely fine, dude, right? You're scared. Everyone's scared about XLM, where, yeah, that old dragon stuff, it started going, and then Bitcoin dumps, man, right? You broke the resistance, and then just the macro crapped out. But, dude, what are you worried about? Everything's still kind of beautiful on XLM. Look at this. What are you worried about? Well, dang, dude, now, Ray, that you've looked at the weekly, I'm not concerned about anything. Everything is beautiful. Everything's okay. No technical damage at all has been done to XLM at this current time on one of the most significant time scales. Okay? That's all you need to know is right here. Eventually 13 cents if the macro doesn't crap out, which that's something that I can't help, man. If the world's imploding and everyone's scared again and everyone exits every market that exists, I can't help that, right? That's black swan stuff. But what I can tell you is there's no technical damage done on a weekly time scale on XLM. This is it, dude. This is the chart to look at right now. Right? Where things get scary and bad is if XLM ever breaks below 8.9 cents again. If that happens with weekly candle close confirmation, yeah, you're screwed. False breakout, party's over. Okay. Already looked at metals. Well, we looked at gold and silver, Eric. I mean, hello? I just said that we did. Dang, man, it's like people just keep coming in late and they keep saying the same thing. It's like, what? Julia, give me the sound clip so I don't have to do it. So we can let Joe Pesci do it every time. Oh, Zachary's a busy man, I think. I don't know. I just need to figure out how to be self-sufficient here. Really.
Bearish batter dragon forming on LMND 4 hours. Thanks.
Depends. Hopefully you're talking about a stock here. Okay, good. Lemonade Incorporated. What? I guess it just IPO'd or something. I've never seen this before. Yeah, I guess so, dude. I don't know, man. Lemonade. I don't really like the ones where they're just their whole lifespan is a pattern, and yeah, we could just screw around them. You reverse there, right? But and no help on the oscillators in the 4 hour, right? You didn't have anything. All you had, I mean, again, these are not when you should be trading these. You should be trading them at when there's context, okay? When you know, like, it's a valley here from, you know, it's a pause in the trend. You look for patterns to trade pauses and trends. The whole life structure of the chart shouldn't be one pattern. That's weird. Right, like, how are we gonna do this? Like this, man? It would have to be. That would be a bat. Didn't quite hit the PCZ, did it? It was very, very close, though. I mean, yeah, technically you're right. This guy's right, man. But, alright, well, don't make a lower low. Maybe you come down and you make a double bottom. And then we get really nice divergence on the oscillators on a slightly lower low or about the same low. Right, and your price does this. A little bit low. Maybe it actually hits the PCZ, right? And at that level, when you have an edge on the market, that's when we could strike. And you could take a chance on this joke. It's definitely eliminates just a joke right now with no candles. But we're, hey man, this is a great time to invest in ourselves, use a little critical thinking here. This should help you. It should add value to your life, these scenarios like this, because this is what we're looking for every freaking time, dude. You know, the first time you hit, okay, cool, but we don't really know bottoms in, nor do the market participants. That's why we get double bottoms, slightly lower lows. And after reversing there, we go down one more time, show the exhaustion, and then if it plays out, if the TA is respected, if this occurs, that's when this happens. We get big marks up in price. That's exactly what KNC did. The same scenario I'm doing now on Lemonade, we did on KNC, and my God, it played out literally to the dollar and cent. It was like bots did it. Okay, Lemonade Connect, Education Connect, right? Invest in yourself, man. Don't rely on me. But you can definitely learn from me. But the whole goal, especially the Patreon, is you join the Patreon so you can invest in yourself, and you can do this stuff on your own. You won't need me, right? Instead of like, oh man, what's Mitch's next trade setup? It's like, oh man, I can do my own trade setups now. And let me just ask Mitch if this is valid or not. Is this a good idea? You know, and like that's what we want. Invest in your freaking self, man. Not enough people doing that these days. Swissborg, Swiss roll, little Debbie coin to Lemonade. Perfect, dude. Diabetes. The Diabetes award goes to China.
Hi, Mitch.
So Bitcoin saves lives. Hi, ASL, Gabba. Good to see y'all all today. Yep, not one of the crazy pump days, right? Hey, that's the majority of my stream time is when we're not pumping. When we're looking and doing education and learning. Goodness. Yeah, barbecue coin up next, all right? On the docket. So we could look at a few more weekly charts, I guess. Or EOS, you know, that position trade. I mean, what happens, man, when you dump like that? It's okay. Like, the weekly's completely fine. You've tested 3 weeks in a row the supply line, though that's kind of rough, right? Horizontal line resistance on the daily and the downslope resistance. You just couldn't break it 3 weeks in a row. But how could you think that EOS is going to hold up and actually break out of the upside if Bitcoin dumps 6%, if gold dumps, if silver, if equities, everything dumps at the same time? EOS got no chance, dude. But if things start calming down, volatility starts subsiding, Bitcoin starts showing Japanese candlestick reversals, and the bull trend starts taking back over, well, then you know it's got a real good chance to eventually see $5. Yeah. You get that, right? This is still structurally fine. No breakout, though at one point yesterday while we were live, we were actually trying to break out. 5 days until this candle closes, so a lot of time left, man. Lots of time. Sure, JDings. Sure it does. Sure it is. If you want me to look at Storm Coin, it'll cost you. Yep, Lammy. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Thought it was 5 to 1. That was 4 to 1. We can look at Tesla if you so inclined. Look at this price action on the daily, man. I mean, bearish engulfing, but not a big one. Not a huge bearish engulfing candle. No big deal. If this holds up, man, like this, I mean, you're going to be showing somehow some hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Dang, man. These things are just not debit. I mean, you lost a lot of value. But that is crypto, man. You've got to get used to 10% swings every day in crypto. We have so much more new money in this market based on the total chart. Whether you can say it was new or not, it was on the sidelines, and it's re-entered the crypto sphere. So you should, I mean, we don't expect things as traders, but one thing one could expect is extreme amounts of volatility and price swings. Percentage swings too, 10% down, 10% up, 5% down, 7% up, 10% down. Like that's going to be happening more and more often the more market participants join the crypto sphere, all right? We're starting 20% day. Well, we were already seeing 30% day up on Link. And if you're a market participant for a while, you know that is an anomaly. That's abnormal to see 30% gain days, even 30% loss days. We haven't been seeing those. 10%, 15% down, but nothing more than that. So, I mean, we're still like in really bullish conditions, but people take profit, people sell off, people get spooked by the macro, by Kamala Harris or whatever her name is, by Russia and a vaccine, you know, people getting spooked. So, and it's just a great lesson, especially for people who FOMO'd into gold. Dude, you had 2.5 years to watch this stream, ask the opinion about gold. It's been bullish the whole time, but then it started getting like too much, like, whoa, no value, pure high premium on gold. But for a long time, nope. For a long time, dude, things were looking good. There were trades available. You could trade gold. There were great patterns that had developed over the course of these past 2 years.
What's up, man? Can we look at CTL?
What's up, dude? Yep. CenturyLink. Very, very nice. Yeah, Telecom's been doing quite well. Look at this, dude. Approaching the top of a range. And no higher, really. It held, man. Held very well on this ice line. But the ice line wasn't manufactured. The ice line had been around in 2019. That's why I plotted it there. And you can just see how we correlated over and over and over there. And eventually, you got right back above it. You hold above it long enough. You get back above it. You spring. You're gone. You run to the top of a range, which kind of like right here. Let's just make it right there. That one top wick. Wow. Okay, again, if I lose power, if all of a sudden the stream stops, you know what happened. Okay, power goes out. So look, man, one time. First time it was created. And then, right, April 30th, what did you do? You ran up, tested it, sold off. Then inverse head and shoulders a little bit. Ran up thrusted, through it, jumped again, and just tested that ice line forever. And now you're right back at it. So no breakouts occurred, but it still looks pretty freaking good. Look, man, accumulation going on. One low that is higher than, you know, you got the lowest low, then you got the higher low, then you got even higher lows again, man, that are double bottoming, holding on. So like very good. So you break this. I mean, your first target easy. So I love about gaps because gaps are targets. Your first target's 1192 on CenturyLink. Your second target, the next gap, 1256. Boom. Those are very adequate targets if you break this, which you haven't yet. But the good news, the context of the resistance is every time you test it and fail, you're only making higher lows. So it's in a way like ascending triangle behavior. And the market rotation continues. Certainly CenturyLink is going to break out, right? I'm telling, like, things are unknown, but we know, right? If tech continues to sell off a little bit and money continues to pour in the way it's been, CenturyLink will break this and see these targets. Sorry.
Let's take CCL for example. If on daily you would fib from June 8th high, but on monthly time frame you would fib from February 1st high. How do you know which to use for possible targets?
Well, look, James, thanks for 420.
Is that a joint?
Just finishing up on this one. All right, so that's it. Great classic accumulation going on CenturyLink. Great context where we know there is a rotation currently going on in the market from tech to consumer staples, telecommunications, financials. Not weed. Cannabis still sucks. All right, so the amount of times we've tested it and based on the accumulation, your probability is becoming higher and higher that a breakout to the upside is coming. All right, after 1286, of course, your next target after that is 1350, which was right here. This high from September 2019. All right, let's go. And actually looking pretty freaking good, man. Really good, actually. Look at that, dude. It is an ascending triangle. Get out of here. Textbook ascending triangle on the cusp of a breakout. You want to talk about targets that way too? We can. Size of the structure, 100% measure move. If you broke out, which you haven't. But if 100% measure move puts you at $14, really. $13.98. But again, you think rationally, all right, 1350 is the third target, not that. Overhead resistance is definitely a better target most of the time than measure moves. Because you may not get there because that's where sell orders might be. A lot of sell orders. So, okay. Looking good, dude. Looking real good. Nice contribution. All right, better than someone asking for AMD to BTC or something, dude. Jeez. Wow. Okay. What was that? Fibonacci education stuff. What are we talking about? Let's see here. James B. We get targets in our. Let's take CCL for example. Carnival, right? Cruise line. Accumulation here too. Lots of accumulation. If you want to. If on the daily you would fib from the June 8th high. Okay. But on the monthly time frame, you would fib from the February 1st high. Yeah, or no, up here. I don't know. I would probably Fibonacci from right here. That's so clear. It was a peak before the crash. That's the Fibonacci mark for the higher time scale, or the slower, more significant time scales. How do you know which to use for possible targets? So at this point, if we're going to continue this higher low stuff, if the market rotation continues and things start getting better for CCL, right? I mean, I think it just depends like your time frame and your outlook. If you think that there's going to be a decent recovery eventually and it's going to be like a higher low double bottom here with this being the peak, you know, fibbing from this high point to low point would be extremely adequate. Look, as you see, it's already well respected. It hit 38% retrace before it majorly reversed. But the good news is, on the major reversal, it's only manifested into a higher low than the previous lows. Very good. Accumulation's occurring on CCL right now.
Can you look at MSTR stock? They bought $250 million worth of Bitcoin and another $250 million for buyback.
When did they do that? Gucci Viper, thank you, man, for 420. Did I do it?
Is that a joint?
Thanks, dude. Less than 1 hour to go until the daily candle close on Bitcoin. Crypto. Logo on the ace. Oh my god, man. Okay, so that's the way you target for longer term, where like, okay, high or low after hitting a 38% retrace, perfect. If it keeps going, I mean, you still got the same targets, right? The golden zone. So 2450 again would be a target. midterm. But if it actually breaks that high again, looking, I mean, look left. It's not just all about Fibonacci. The 50% retrace, which is not technically a Fibonacci node, it's just part of Dow's theory, the halfway mark, where assets most commonly would retrace at a 50%. That's confluent with big time ice line, right? So you're thinking an adequate target here, though we know where Fibonacci is, right? The zone. We know that $28.51 to $30 is gonna be it. That's the target. And at that point, you break that, dang, you're going up to $40, meaning another $10 markup, because that's just how support resistance works, right? And that's like the range. Like, you know, price action correlation through a history on CCL has been, it's either it goes $30 or it eventually runs on up to $40 or a little higher. So that's kind of how I would look at it. That's pretty conservative. You could go from the all-time highs up here, February 2018, but this is being far more conservative for retraces, right? You're 1582, man. Okay. So what is this about MSTR Connect? MicroStrategy. What? So when was it they bought? Again, they bought all this Bitcoin. Why would it gap up today? Jeez. Or yesterday, maybe? No, it was today. Wow. MSTR, look at this, dude. Just huge gap up. I was almost just like, I mean, there was accumulation going on. Kind of a sell wall, 131. You just gapped up, not on earnings. What was the catalyst? Was it the Bitcoin purchase? I don't know, I'd like to know. Just scrolling up a little bit. No answers.
Can you look at DV please? Huge partnership with Zap to wrap DV to do DeFi on ETH blockchain and new exchange listing coming in the next 2 weeks. Possibly KuCoin.
Sure, if you want an S coin, yeah, you did it right. $10, thank you. So I don't know, in the end it was just kind of like, you could argue descending triangle, but kind of like symmetrical. There's price contraction going on in the short midterm, right? It's like perfect symmetry right there. Symmetrical triangle, and just just gapped up, opened today at $142, ran up to a high of the day, 145.57, and just after you hit 145.57, you sold off all day and hit your lowest point. And that's where traders set it up and we closed, lowest point of the day. So not much I can tell you. I mean, big old broadening bottom pattern where you fell below it. Look, I mean, you could easily just eyeball it, but we'll plot it here. Upsloping resistance, perfect. And downsloping support. Just do it like that. Perfect, man, perfect. Huge broadening bottom. You were at the bottom of the broadening bottom and formed this price contraction. Very nice. And just here, dead middle of this structure. This is a very good looking structure. Been in development since 2017, so it's colossal. Wow, look at that retrace. 80, that's like a 95, 94% retrace. So deep areas, X, A, B, C, D stuff. Okay. So value perceived areas down here. I mean, this low goes back to 2013, so that's not surprising that we got a big reversal there. So, but at this current time, what am I supposed to do with technical analysis when we have this that happened on something? It was a catalyst. Don't know what it was. I mean, I'm thinking that it was what Viper said, and it was like they bought $250 million worth of Bitcoin, another $250 million for buyback. So, good luck, dude. Maybe you back test this symmetrical triangle at some point. High to low, like 61.8% retrace, and you reversed. Okay, cool. Up 9% on the day. How much I can do here? New like trade setup. So I'm a little confused here. Divvy. Talking about diverse income trust, or are you talking about a crypto? Sounds like you're talking about a crypto, but like if it is a crypto, it's not on TradingView, and if it's not on TradingView, I can't analyze it. I can't do anything. So sorry about that. Just let me know, Miss Holdsworth. Olivia. Is it a crypto? Tell me true. Yeah, be sure to join the Discord. I mean, I haven't said that at all today. It's like, we got like 7,200 members or something now. It's so active. Nonstop. Here, I'll post the link. I know Bradford's posting it for some reason. People like when I post it. Here it is. I'm posting the link, chat. Join us. And the first thing you do after you read the community guidelines, go to the Educational Resources tab if you're wanting to learn what broadening bottoms are, symmetrical triangles, divergence, Fibonacci, anything in this world. You go to our Discord, you go to Educational Resources, all free. Like, this is free stuff, and it's a good start if you want to get into, jump into this world. Or ease your feet into this world, right? Cannonball or dip in. It's fine. That goes the same for patrons, too. I mean, like, even patrons in the Discord should be looking at Educational Resources, and those are books. Those are great books that people could buy, and it would help your trading game. Okay, so we got less than 1 hour to go until the daily candle close, whereas Bitcoin is about to somehow go green on the 4 hour, which is just crazy, because just 2 hours ago, or an hour and a half ago, Bitcoin's at 11,115. It's now almost at 11,400. And this is the crazy thing, right? I mean, like, okay, great idea on the harmonic. Someone asked about it. Yeah, PCC's 10,830. Okay. So not there yet. But look, craziness. What if we got a daily close above this huge structure? We closed out of it within one of the, I mean, it would be legendary looking hammer. Legendary hammer. But we still got 50 minutes, like, where it could be something completely different than what it is forming right now. Definitely looks like a double topping, man. Wait a second, didn't it look like a double top on the daily here too, man? But it wasn't. Olivia, I'm seeing that. It's understandable. But watch what happens when I type in DIVI. There is no pairing of divvy to US dollar, to Bitcoin, to anything. All there is diverse income trust, which is on the stock market, or no, it's the London Stock Exchange. So it's just not here, unfortunately. So I cannot analyze it. Just something that's always been a rule. It's like you can't do it on TradingView. That's it.
Is that a joint?
Muhaha, hey Midge, hope you racked up those tendies today. Can we look at $VXRT?
I mean, I guess, dude. Right, I don't know, like, busted through everything. What are we looking at, log scale? Oh, just like, I don't trade stuff like this.
Acer Therapeutics decent risk/reward ratio. Thanks.
Jimmy will look, thanks man for the 10 super chat. I don't know, it's just gone wild. I'm making higher lows. Oh, the extremely beautiful hidden bullish divergence. Right, very, very good hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour anyway. You probably got on the daily such violent sell off. Where you make a low on price, you make a higher low on price with much higher levels of negative momentum. Same thing, you had it even on the RSI. Impending price action continuation to the upside. You got a big engulfing candle today, and then indecision the rest of the day sold off with the macro. Not by much though. It's saying it was down 3.3% today, but I don't understand how that's possible when these two 4 hour candles, I mean, this is the first part of the day, second part of the day. So it's saying 3% down, but weirded me out, man. So 4 hour, you had an edge. Daily had an edge too. I mean, look, a low and the higher low was there on the RSI. I'm not gonna move the RSI one. But yeah, you had an edge on both markets, or I'm sorry, on both time scales for a continuation of the upside. You got it today, and then we got to pull back. Okay, it's up 4.42%. I get it. So this up here is telling me on what time scale the last candle closed at. Excuse me. So yeah, the daily up 4.42%. Sweet. Yep. Nice edge. So again, the target is probably.
Mitch, can we look at the US dollar chart?
Why not, Jeffrey? Yeah. Thanks, dude. So, I mean, it's simple enough. I mean, is it head and shoulder? It could be turning to head and shoulders. Sure, it could. Bullet high to low. What'd you do? You already hit a 38% retrace, golden zone. So, I mean, your next target, if it keeps going, is $13, $14, 50% 618. After that, if you're talking about, like, if it actually exceeds Fibonacci common retrace zones and it's going to go test resistance, you're probably looking around 1660, 886s, 786s. So, yeah, man. 4 hours, a little bit better. But look, yeah. Versus the 382, if you can sustain these prices, again, you know, you're probably $14 in time if it keeps going. That's it. Plenty of room to run on the RSI. Could see higher prices. Okay, VXRT. Oh man, these are all like BTC S coins, dude. Might as well be looking at them. So ice line from history, November 2016. Look at this. Look at this price action. Down 2.55% on the day. If you can get above it, man. Sure, yeah, there could be a lot of upside. I mean, you know, you'd think that 606 could happen if you can get above 521, which you haven't. But yeah, man, I really like the accumulation you're showing, and now you're butting up against it once more. You break this, Acer could have an extremely nice run to the upside. And I guess at least right here, there's that other low, swing low from June of 2017. Okay, so big resistance zone here below both of them, right? These trend lines. But I mean, breaking the upside, it would probably, I mean, be adequate since there's just nothing in, you know, it's crazy. The gap is like 1860. You may not get that gap anytime soon, so it might be best to just Fibonacci from the wick crazy high to the low. And so if you ever break that wick, we know 572 is most important. It's not the wick that's going to be a big deal. It is definitely 520 to 572. If you ever break it, your target could be $9. A 1272 fib extension, very, very reasonable there. $9. And then your 1618 is $11. Your golden mean ratio. So those are just shorter term targets. If this breaks, if it can break 572, you got it, Jimmy. Big if. Was it big if true? True if big. Yes. Nice one to watch on Acer. Really is. Yeah, I'll concur with you on maybe low risk, even though it's had a nice run up. There's far more historical context at play on this one that could be really good for it. Okay. Monthly goes way back. But is this support real? Not far enough. It only goes back to 2005. Meh. Alright, this is what we're worried about, Jimmy, man. Right here. We could do it. You break it, Kangs. Not sell off, maybe make another higher low, and then we get 3 rising valleys or something, and then it might be like a Bulkowski trade setup or something, you know. 11,355 on Bitcoin. Goes in the chat.
Posted ZEC/USD bearish cipher this morning in official setups, had 4 hours bear div at the PCZ, confirmed swing high just passing the 23.6 today. Does that 4 hours bear div to bear convergence signal further retraces? No position. JSC looking as against the trend.
Oh, Zcash. Zcash 786. What am I looking at here? 4 bearish divergence, PCZ. Oh, Cypher. Yeah, bearish Cypher. Certainly bearish Cypher. Touched it like the Jesus man. Yeah. Look, man. XA, B, C, 786 is your target for a bearish cipher. The PCZ, pattern completion zone. At pattern completion zones, price is reversed. We can also call the PRZ, the price reversal zone. Like the Jesus man, almost 414 confluent. It was beautiful. Yeah, very good. Was this morning for the dump? All right, man. Well, this is what you learn. You learn this stuff in the Patreon. Bearish cipher, certainly. But the good news is you've lost 10+% of your value on the day. And so now we'll probably, I think you'd really want to test $76, $77. Of course, look, man, you never tested it. February 2020, you never back tested that breakout as support. Well, it looks like it's going to soon. Yeah. No edge though. Let's see what happens at 76. But you don't hold that, man, you're in trouble. If you don't hold $75, $76, you could very well end up back down at $56. There's just very little support resistance in between $53 and $76. So perfect, yep. Perfect bearish cipher pattern, textbook, beautiful. And bearish divergence on the daily didn't exist, but yeah, the 4 hour. So 4 hour plays out, and the daily resets its oscillators. You go red for a while, you go sideways, you go up, you go down, you flag, and then the conditions maybe stay bullish for crypto, and it runs to the upside and sees 109, 124, and then maybe even higher prices. Sweet.
Can you look at BTC dominance?
Sure. Thanks, Kevin.
Is that a joint?
Looked really good, actually. What the heck? Huh? Looks like really good setup for a reversal of the upside. I mean, just based on like raw price. And again, this is not the same thing. I love this though. I freaking love it, kinda. Okay. So Bitcoin dominance could be in store for a major break to the upside. If we can get above 62.28%, you're butting up against it. And the great news is you're butting up against it after showing some accumulation now, right? Higher lows. You can clearly see it's being regarded. So if you break that, then Bitcoin, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, it could be bad for altcoins. This act, look, man, this is February 2020. You're trying to get back above it. You're not able to sustain prices or percentages above it, I guess, in this situation. So, yeah, look at this. Look at this divergence, man. Shortening of the thrust stuff on higher lows. Oh, man, this looks so set up for higher prices, doesn't it? Or higher whatever percentages. But you got to break that resistance, man. This is the 4 hour, so meh, never mind. It's not that big of a deal. Let's go to the daily. Still huge, man. Give me a sec. I'm trying to like make it perfect, and I'm gonna adjust for the daily. Screw the 4 hour on this. The trader set it up at its lowest point right there. You can see we're just farting around at the ice line, like the support resistance zone. Okay. Oof, that's a pretty crazy looking chart. It's a classic distribution on the daily. And then you form this bullish sharp pattern. You gotta be kidding me, dude. All right, patrons that know what's going on. Look at this, dude. What, dude? You gotta be kidding me. 113% retrace. Like the Jesus man. Are you kidding me, dude? It's not even a joke. Bullish shark at a critical ice line. What? With divergence, like crazy divergence on the daily, right? Look at this. So this, if that's the case, that means a couple things, right? It doesn't mean necessarily that it's over for altcoins, but definitely means that like maybe Bitcoin is going to, dominance is going to take back over some. That's crazy, dude. That's such a beautiful structure.
Bruh.
Wow. Super excited about this. I don't know, man. It's nice. Yeah. PCZ critical ice line with bullish divergence on the daily on the oscillators. Oh yeah, impending price. Look, if the TA is respected on this, which I don't know, man, you might have to take it with a grain of salt. If the TA is respected, this, where we run up, and what would make the most sense is from the highest point to the lowest point, a 50% retrace, and that is a bearish 5-0. That's where a reversal could occur and make all the sense in the world, right? To where it continues down. Beautiful, man. Right, the downtrend would continue after making a 50% retrace. You dump to lower lows, altcoins take off again, but there you go, dude. Fantastic. Look left. Look at that. September 2018, too. Ooh. Do a trade setup on Bitcoin dominance. How do we do that, man? Because I would like to right now. Wow. This is like the highlight of the stream right here. This is it, dude. No moon today in crypto, not anywhere except maybe soon Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, this is terrible for Bitcoin pairs, like altcoin to Bitcoin pair. This is devastating. This could kill or hurt those real bad, at least in the short term, midterm. Yeah, so it's like you can't get too excited because it's like it doesn't. Like, think about, like, if the market starts like crashing or selling off, this could still play out and Bitcoin could be at substantially lower prices. It just means that money flooded out of altcoins faster than it flooded out of Bitcoin, right? To where there's still more money in Bitcoin than alts. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of that alt money goes into Bitcoin too, could happen. But, wow, man. Okay. Wow, Bitcoin just went green for the first time, for a second, you know. Alright, what's up, Marin Glenn Dochi? Thanks, dude. Be sure to join the Discord. Remember, gotta say that. And again, if you really do, if you want to invest in yourself and you want to learn how to read harmonics charts like I do, if you want to learn how to gain an edge on the market and learn how to swing trade, position trade, joining the Patreon is actually a real good way to do that. And there are like 500. I mean, like, I don't know if everyone can attest to it yet because so many just keep joining, but the ones that have been a patron for, you know, at least since the beginning of the month could clearly attest for the value involved of what you receive in the Patreon. So, and also, I mean, the price of Patreon goes up next month, and if you join this month, you get grandfathered into the current price forever as long as you re-up your Patreon. Okay, so another incentive there. Again, 2.5 years of having a Patreon, I've never gone up in price until next month. So Ruben Yesel, thank you, man. Appreciate it a lot. And be sure to follow me on Twitter too, MitchRayTA. It was right there. Instagram too, if you want to, you know, when I do IRL stuff, which has been in existence this year, I normally update my Instagram with stories and photos and all that, but it's just been a bad year for IG, for me anyway. Yeah, really, if you're a new patron anyway, you should be joining the Discord. You have to. Like, it's like joining fraternity and not going to the fraternity house after joining. Hey, it's Jim, man. What's up? Yup. I think that did well, and it's probably pulled back some now. It was killing it, though. Thanks for the follows on Twitter. Really appreciate it. Just trying to get those numbers up, man. I don't post too much on Twitter, but, you know, man. they call it
Can we please have a look at the
social-
ETH/BTC daily on Coinbase? Congrats on the patronage. You deserve 5,000.
Wow, Jim, man, thanks, dude. I don't know if we'll get 5K. I'm very grateful for each and every one of the patrons that's current right now. Just letting everyone else know that's out there that might want to invest in themselves and learn about swing trading and harmonics and Fibonacci and patterns, right? That they can learn this stuff. If I can learn it, you all can learn it. It's been a minute since I looked at this, dude. Well, measure move was a double bottom, you know, 31,725 on this chart, and higher. It's looking okay. The straight line up though, not much value for a trade right now for a long. Looks like you got a resistance right here from November 2018. If you ever break that, there's a good chance you would run up to 37,522 sats. So you're just butting up against some sort of resistance reversal area, right? November 2018. And it's right here too. It's also from May of 2019. So that's what you're at. If you can't break that, if you can't continue up, you're going to dump down and back test 28,477, which you already done. So it'd be weird. There is a little bit of bearish divergence on the daily. A high in price, a slightly higher high. So this is implying reversal to the downside right here. But it's playing out already. Let's just see. We could get some more data to see if it plays out even more. You were below the resistance, so that's not really good. You got to get back above that and start climbing again. Otherwise, this will play out where you will you'll come back to 28,500 sats. Okay. Out there, almost 1,400 people watching, only 492 likes, 10 pence. I don't know, man. That's up to y'all, dude. I mean, that's y'all's area. It'd be nice to get more likes, but dude, it's like whatever. Just grateful for the viewers, man. Thank y'all for watching. Seriously. Okay. Wish there was more to talk about on ETH to BTC. It had a really nice look. It was making consecutive higher lows. And once it broke that resistance, the neckline of the double bottom, it pretty much in, I don't know, a week hit the target. 100% measured move of that structure is pretty nuts, dude. Pretty nuts. That's it, dude. No value for long. But yeah, I'm sure great uptrend. We could plot a channel or something. I bet you money. It would look pretty good. All right, like 1 and 2 here. Look at this, dude. Yeah, hitting the top of the channel. So upsloping resistance is there. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Top of the structure. Okay, makes sense. So high risk. Supply line. Tested and reversed, but not by much. Cool. Someone asking about Bitcoin dominance with a sharp pattern. I don't know, because I think that multiple things can come from. It doesn't necessarily mean Bitcoin's going to pump in price, but it does mean possibly that Bitcoin's dominance will come back. And that can happen with either Bitcoin pumping in price or everything selling off, but altcoins selling off at a more rapid pace than Bitcoin. That could also happen. So it doesn't necessarily mean buy Bitcoin now that Bitcoin dominance will is sharp. All I'm doing is applying technical analysis, traditional technical analysis to that chart, and it looks beautiful, man. But I don't really know how to act on it, you know, because it's multiple things that could occur to make even when that goes up. Bitcoin dominance could be at 65%, hit the 50% retrace and become a bearish sharp pattern before dumping again. It could do that, and Bitcoin's price doesn't matter. It could be at 10K, and we could be here, and that means altcoins are devastated. Or it could mean that Bitcoin goes to much higher prices and outpaces the altcoins on the recovery. Right? So it's two different things. So that makes it almost an untradeable thing, but if only we had a derivative, or we could take longs and place bets, that's what a derivative is, on Bitcoin dominance, we would be going long on the Bitcoin dominance derivative contract.
Bruh.
Which unfortunately doesn't exist yet. We should make it, man. Make it, dude. So you understand now a little bit more. That was for Sublimed Cree. He asked that in Patreon chat. So, God, if he's not watching, I don't know, dude. Three rising methods.
Quick question.
It's
about
rising
three
three
rising
methods.
Do you prefer to include wicks? Beta daily right now, for example. Cheers.
We couldn't break the resistance at a false breakout and then dump with a macro, dude. Bearish divergence, very real on the daily, but you're just not going anywhere yet, are you? Jeez. What are you talking about? Are you trying to say no, dude? There's no chance. Rising three methods, man. You shouldn't be talking about rising three methods potentially until like, especially on the daily, until like the last hour or less of the fifth candle. Until then, no, there's no point in even talking about an idea of that because you have to have another 24 hours of price action to the upside for it to be confirmed. So, nah, don't. I mean, there's just no point, dude. No point in looking at it like that. 5 candlestick pattern. Look at this though. This is very important. Look at this upsloping structure we're in. Right? Perception is how we're perceiving it. You're just testing it, testing the 200 moving average again. Really struggling here, man. Really struggling. Maybe the neckline has now become more horizontal. Look at that, dude. Horizontal resistance. I mean, you go here, traders settled up, right? It's kind of like that. You know, right there. So you got like symmetrical triangle stuff going on. You had momentum shifting structure until now. But if it can hold this demand line where buy orders are and clearly have shown, you could rally here, but it's not going to be because of any kind of edge on the market. There's no bullish divergence in the 4 hour. You're now making a lower low than your previous low. So you can't have hidden bullish divergence here. It's impossible. And of course, like, you're making higher levels of negative momentum. So certainly you can't have classic bullish divergence right now. So no edge on 88 at this time except a demand line. That's it. That's all you got, dude. Could be hammering here at 25 minutes, though. Anything can happen, dude. Look what happens, man. Imagine took 2% loss when most altcoins down like 8 to 10%. Not too bad. The new mug's legit scary. Brad, you hear that? Good. Well, no, we'll these merchandise ideas that exist. I mean, they're not big hits. We'll like get rid of them and add new things. So that just takes time. Like every month or so, we'll do an audit on like merchandise sales, and it's like, well, this isn't selling, so clearly there's no demand for it. So why would we even sell it? So you get rid of it and you come up with a new design and you post the new one, right? So it's the best thing to do with merch. All right, real quick, let's go to Bitcoin for a second, just so you can see what the price at. You're like Dragonfly Doji-ing right now. If you closed right now, Dragonfly Doji. But of course, that's, 20 more minutes, man. Anything can happen. So look at the price action right now you're getting. And this trend line is very real, right? Remember, it's the gold upsloping structure. You're somehow traders are trying to keep the price above this desperately right now. Somehow, 11,400, you just tested it for the first time on this candle. Whoa. Very whoa. No edge. No edge. Too much selling for an actual edge for a swing trade. Even if it does reverse the upside, right? We look for variables, and if they don't exist, then you're normally just gambling at that point. Excellent, Sublime, man. Glad you feel that way. Hopefully a lot of other people in the Patreon feel that way. Yeah, like 5 to 1. Someone tweeted me, and it's lemonade, refreshing and delicious. Yeah, dude, lemonade. Hype with the chat. I don't know, man. 23 minutes left. Trying to hang on, man. But we've covered like all the markets. Covered a lot of requests too. Looked across the S-Coin sphere. I mean, 4 hour, 60 minute, yeah, forget about it. You panic, everyone's scared, but then you go to the weekly, take away all the noise, everything's fine. Everything's fine across the markets. Bitcoin's the only one that's kind of like, whoa, on the weekly, you're losing your Grand Slam breakout, but you're still extremely high above other home run breakouts that we've already had. So that's not too bad. Anything below 10,500 is extremely concerning. I would be extremely concerned if Bitcoin starts dipping and falling below 10,500. You got another $900 before things start getting weird. Okay. And even at 10,500, that would just be a back test before it bounced again. Yeah, Aaron, right here. Sitting in one. Mr. Damon, long time ago. Hooked me up on stream with Herman Miller. One of the best gifts I've ever received, for sure. You missed my take on KNC. No, you didn't, but we haven't looked at it, so that's why. All right, keep your eye on Bitcoin. Yeah, KNC, if you zoom out, no big deal. But if you're zoomed in, yeah, it's kind of scary a little bit. But here's the thing, man. Patron brought this up and they asked, hey, is this hidden bullish divergence? I'm like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you were able to take the things that maybe you had learned here and you're applying them to the chart on your own, and then you're pinging me and you're like, hey man, is this maybe hidden bullish divergence? Like, congrats, dude, yes. This could be hidden bullish divergence if we truly reverse here on KNC, where you make a low on price, you make a slightly higher low on price, and then you make higher levels of negative momentum, though it's not matured yet. We have to get some waning negative momentum here. The lighter candles, histogram wicks have to start appearing. We got to start going sideways, and then you can start saying, yeah, you have maturing hidden bullish divergence. Impending price action continuation to the upside. It's what's implied with this, an edge on the market. But again, if you're talking about a swing trader who entered this position, I don't know, like 10 days ago or something, nothing to worry about, man. You gotta let these things play out. This is why, you got to focus on maybe going to take a jog or working on your diet or reading something or doing something during these times, because as a swing trader, man, if you're focusing too much on the asset, the dumps and the rallies and the sell-offs, in between the entry to the target, you're going to lose your mind, you're going to make stupid decisions, and eventually you're just going to get hurt, man. Because imagine getting out, being scared of the trade, and it's I'm going to lose all my gains, and eventually we do show this, it plays out, Bitcoin starts rallying a little bit, KNC starts rallying, then we eventually see the targets. And then what? You're gonna be slapping yourself in the face and be like, dang man, I messed up, dude. I screwed up. It's yeah, you did. Because you got to have a trading plan, right? We take our entry at these levels. We have our stop loss at these levels. We take our profit at these levels. You gotta trust in the plan, man. But yeah, pretty interesting. Maybe hidden bullish divergence if we can sustain prices where we are now for a little bit longer. Yeah. What's up, Basalt, man? Thanks for the sub. Yeah, right? You can swing trade and live your best life. It's not like day trading where you have to buckle down. You gotta be eyeballing that screen at all times. Oh my God, right? This is a stress-free way of trading if you master it, if you can learn to do it the right way. And joining Discord's the beginning. That's how it starts. You don't know anything about this world. What's up, Yusar? Thanks for the sub. Thanks for all the new subs today. Getting a decent amount of them. I appreciate it. Oh my God, it's Myth. I'm the Chad.
Bruh.
What's up, Myth? Dude, thank you so much. $88.58 a dash. On sale.
Saturn attack has done more damage than I thought. Screw this coin. Dash connect. Cheers.
Right?
0.0000000-A.
Isn't it crazy? I've never seen anything like it. You probably haven't either. I don't think many people in here have seen anything like what happened to ETC, where Mef's tips, he was tipping me in crypto, in ETC for I don't know, a few days ago, and you did it again. Dude, ETC, Those transactions are still pending right now. I never knew that could be real, right? So thank you so much for choosing Dash, which is probably a lot faster. It's probably already, pending for 5 minutes and it'll go through. Thank you. 88.58. One Dash. And it's on sale again. Yeah, Escape. Maybe it bullshit and said we're lucky. If we get the pivot we desire, we could be kings. WRX almost hit the first target of the trade setup. Down 7%, like everything else, dude. Dude, this is how close you were to the first target of the trade setup. All right, topped out at 14.261 cents. The first target of the trade setup was 14.373 cents. Infinitesimal amount, like, fractions of pennies, even like nano, super micro amounts right away from the first target and then the dump. It's okay though. It's okay. It literally might be making a higher low than the previous low. Potato chips have the China score. Nice name, dude.
Is that a joint?
Rotato, be sure to sync up the Patreon on the Discord. Real. Very real. So WRX is still actually okay. Still literally okay. Just kind of got wrecked by the macro. Maybe making a higher low, and it's still near the bottom of the trading range. Crazy, dude. Chips for the dip. Let's go, dude. Hey, Cover Crypto, dude. Cover Crypto. What's up, Gentle Soul? Thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Oh, okay. Got you. That's that digital. Hold on a sec. Someone sent me a source on that micro strategy. Buys 250 million Bitcoin, calling the crypto superior to cash. That was posted today, 12:32, so hours ago. Let's see. Yeah, MicroStrategy, a chart we looked at earlier that gapped up violently, up 14% on the day. Purchased 21,454 Bitcoin today, effectively pouring all 250 million of its planned inflation hedging funds into the digital currency. Whoa, dude. That's crazy, man. That's awesome. Disclosing its Bitcoin buy alongside an equivalent stock buyback and a Tuesday Securities and Exchange Commission filing. MicroStrategy, NASDAQ listed software firm worth over 1.2 billion said the cryptocurrency provided a reasonable hedge against inflation in a press statement shared with CoinDesk. Very cool. The CEO says this investment reflects our belief that Bitcoin, as the world's most widely adopted cryptocurrency, is a dependable store of value and an attractive investment asset with more long-term appreciation potential than holding cash. I agree with that wholeheartedly. CEO Michael J. Saylor with a Y. What? Saylor cited forces working to weaken fiat currencies, COVID-19, global quantitative easing measures, political and economic uncertainty, but also the technical baby. He's watching the stream. Just kidding, because you can't misidentify the breakout that's been occurring on Bitcoin if you know what you're doing on reading charts. But also the technical and qualitative aspects that he said give the Bitcoin blockchain strength. So he said we find the global acceptance, brand recognition, ecosystem vitality, network dominance, architectural resilience, technical utility, and community ethos of Bitcoin to be persuasive evidence of its superiority as an asset class for those seeking a long-term store value. Our contacts are screwed. Capital allocation quickly fulfills Saylor's late July promise to shareholders that MicroStrategy would buy back $250 million in stock and invest an additional $250 million in gold and Bitcoin over the next 12 months. So even more? Okay. So it's clear that half of the 500 million bets bet turns entirely on Bitcoin. That's pretty bold. That's amazing, dude. That's, you know, despite whatever. How is that bad for Bitcoin? That's great, dude. Long term, right? All this stuff happened right here. Right here. All these moves happening. Probably not going to matter in a year. If stock to flow is real, we're going to be much higher prices in a year. If stock to flow is real, we'll probably be much higher prices by Christmas, dude, on Bitcoin. Assuming the world doesn't literally go straight to cash again, which we're seeing how bad cash is just like depreciating in value.
Is that a joint?
Haven't looked at Rite Aid in a while. Rad holding the breakout and has that daily hidden bull dip, although was waning, but after today growing again. No position, just looking and trying to help run out the clock till daily close.
I don't know, look, dude. Run out the clock till daily close. Yeah, thanks, dude. 12 minutes. Yeah, it looks like it's poised for, remember, this one looks like in time it could have a major reverse of the upside. Major reverse of the upside. Why? Because look left, man. Look what you're doing. Right, you made like a 100% retrace from 2009 levels, and now you're butting up like sell wall. You're butting up against 2010, 2011, 2012 lows. Yeah, Rite Aid might be good to hold. Right, I mean, this is an asset like you're going to use technicals. You don't have to trade it. This could just be a good long-term hold on Rite Aid. Really, the accumulation, it's extremely good. You're above the 200 moving average, and every time you hit this historical ice line, you're just making higher lows. Rite Aid, man, might just limit buy some tomorrow. Yeah, dude, this is great. Accumulation, lots of accumulation, and a sell wall. And you can see the price action. What happens like when you do break it? Whoa, oh my God, right? And it's just like, all right, market participants pull this thing back, right? Same thing here. You start getting a little violent and you pull back. You're trying now, man, but higher lows, terminal accumulation. So you break 1680. What are the targets? Some big resistant point right here. I think your first target would be like 29 bucks in time, like at profit taking level. If you entered at 1680, you could hold this for months, 6 months, dude, and eventually take profit at 29 bucks. Get Rite Aid, setting up for higher prices. In my opinion, it looks like it's reversing. Its momentum is shifting. Accumulation. Market participants are. It's like signature, like these higher lows. Okay, Rite Aid looks good, dude. Matthew D brought that one up a while back. Yeah, no, we've looked at it. All that. We look at too many charts, right? That's so rad. I agree, man. I totally agree. XCZ didn't get killed on the Bitcoin pair. Well, that's good news, right? Good news for the welfare trade that was posted like almost 2 weeks ago, you know, on stream. It was like 2 Saturdays ago. Thanks, T. Selliot, for posting that article, that source, man. Appreciate it. Wow, dude, look at this. Look what people are doing. Meme of the month, dude. Alright. Look around, and I see a lot of surprised faces. Rumble from the crowd. Shut up! Which means a lot of you have been breaking the rules. The rules of TA, swing trading, whatever. Okay. Very nice. And then the new one. Come on down and TA and meet some friends of mine. Alright, South Park or something. Is that me? Dude, no way. That guy looks like he's 40 something. Dude, I still look young, man. Come on. That's like... Someone to do a better South Park caricature of me. Sweet. It's like, that looks like Billy Mays almost, dude. Billy Mays here. Billy Ray's here. Gabba. So here's the daily on Bitcoin, just so you want to see it. Bearish engulfing candle for sure. 8 minutes till close, and you're closing back below the 11,463 area. On the weekly, we know what it is. It's not really visible on the daily, so. Massive bearish divergence on total 2 market cap. Well, that plays perfectly into. That means altcoins might be time to lose their market cap, where they sell off a lot more, and Bitcoin dominance drives the upside. That would make perfect sense if it was like that. Maybe true, Amish. 4-hour hammer? Not yet, dude. Not yet. So much can happen in 7 minutes, dude. I'm trying to call a Japanese candlestick reversal pattern right now. Just wait for it. Wait for confirmation. We're looking at it. We can stare at it for the next 7 minutes. All right. I don't always make it to the daily candle close stream. You know, sometimes it's not lit enough. We cover what we need to, the request, and we see you next time, right? But trying to remain here so we can see what actually gets painted on 4 hour. Right now, it's just kind of bullish pin bar stuff. Dead chat. Not near enough spam in the chat, dude. Well, I mean, you know, normal spam. Not like weird, whatever that guy's doing. What's up, Ricky? What's up, Jamie? Secret. There's Bizco again. Wolf, you said we chillin', dude? Alright, man, well, maybe you should start buying. I'm just kidding. It's like, buy Bitcoin to make it turn into a hammer, but it's up to the market participants, not us, right? See what I'm saying? Like, you just can't call it a hammer yet. There's just, it's too much stuff can happen within a minute, you know? Much less 5 minutes. You're happy it sprung back for now. Well, it may not be over. This could be a complete fake out. And it just turns into something else, and then we just continue selling off. Thanks so much for the 1,400 plus tuned in. If you enjoying the live stream at all, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Maybe we get 700. It's possible. We could do it if we wanted. At what point can you call it a hammer? When it becomes a hammer in less than 5 minutes, if it happens.
Is that a joint?
Alright, got one more trying to keep you around until the close low.
I mean, it was gonna happen anyway, dude.
Cipher on daily with triple bear div on MACD at PCZ. Monkeys.
Yeah, I thought we looked at that before. Thought we had already looked at that. It was like posted in the unofficial setups before charts only existed. But yeah, it seems like you might be at that PCZ. I thought we were at it though. It's almost too perfect. Nah, see, you were at the 786. It exceeded that, so that's what happened. You just went up to the 88% retrace. Well, yeah, lots and lots of bearish divergence going on the daily. Hit the 382 though, the major 382, right? Confluent with an 886, but yeah, every time it's like a high, a higher high, a slightly higher high, lower levels every time. Yeah, bearish divergence, man. RSI a little bit too. Yeah, macro keeps selling off. Grubhub could reverse there. It's not conventional though, because it's an 88.6% retrace. I guess you could at this point call it a shark. This is still, I mean, this is a bearish shark pattern, just because of the PCZ. So yes, could certainly reverse here. Bear shark. Tell me how it's not a bear shark. See, not a hammer, because 3 minutes until the candle paint is dry. The Bob Rosses are still painting this thing. And if it closes like this, it's still just indecision candle, where it could just continue selling off after this on the new day. Alright, bearish engulfing candle is going to be painted on the daily. So, 3 minutes, chat. Dollar Tree did get wrecked a little bit, but it's no technical damage done to Dollar Tree. It's still inside that structure. Just, it sold off of the macro, dude. Like, everything sold off at the end of the day. By the end of it, everything was down. Let's go ahead and do the local on the 8s, whatever. You local on the 8s, oh my god, man.
Bruh.
No, it's not a Dragonfly Doji. No. It was painting one and then ran up a little bit too high, and now is not one. If anything, if it closed right now, it will be considered a textbook beautiful, beautiful bullish pin bar reversal right now. Right now. If it ran up a little bit more and closed at its highest point, then it would be a hammer. It can't be a Dragonfly anymore. Just can't. It would have to, traders would have to settle up at open. It went too high. And that's good, that's fine. Dragonfly, dojis, bullish pin bars, and bullish hammers, they all represent the same thing. They all are Japanese candlestick reversal candles. Alright? Sorry. Too many times saying candle. Coupled handle, man? Oh yeah, by the way. Dude, you know what a coupled handle is? If you don't know what a coupled handle is, if you keep calling everything coupled, here's an actual textbook coupled handle, man. Like the most beautiful coupled handle I maybe have ever seen, and was on Grubhub. Coincidentally, here it is. Cup with handle, man? Yeah. Da Jesus cup with handle. Da Jesus. Jesus chimes for it. We're on Grubhub, man. We gotta see the holy Jesus cup with handle, man. Amen. Thanks so much.
Bruh.
Is this thing on? Okay, good. There we go. 1 minute, chat. Just running out the clock so we can just identify what the confirmed candle will be when the 4-hour and daily closes in less than 1 minute. Okay. Just hang on. Yeah, LHX. You know, of course, gains that got pulled back on everything. Everything. Sucks. It's okay, man. No technical damage. If anything, it broke out last week, LHX. They broke the inverse head, became a confirmed inverse head and shoulders breakout, dude. So you can't be concerned about that. AAL, same thing, broke its triple bottom neckline. Here we are, 20 seconds, Chad. Not looking great, man. We prefer green, a little bit of green, so we get that bullish pin bar, but it's not going to be. 8, 7, 6. It's like a sporting event. No! It closed as a bullish pin bar, technically. Look at it, man. Closed exactly where it opened after all this rejection. Alright, I mean, let's bring it up. You want to see bullish pin bars. Man, it'd been better if it was green. It actually just ended up being red, man. I mean, they can exist like that, but preferably want them to be green. Just looking here. They're all like bearish. Bearish examples. What a joke, man. I mean, technically, just it's like this, dude, right? Like, right here. That's what it looks like. Bullish pin bar, where it has a small top on the wick, but a huge bottom wick. And normally it's green. This one was red, like by $1 or $2. So, the problem is we can't rely as traders on just one Japanese candlestick potential reversal. You just can't. There's not enough of an edge. You have no probability. You have no high probability of it playing out. Though it could. It very well could. I mean, it's great. Isn't it cool how where do traders settle up? Higher than this channel's breakout point, right? Barely, but it was true. You held on somehow. So we go to daily real quick so you can see that bearish engulfing candle that was certainly painted, fortunately. Right here. You get follow through if this plays out. Or last time I got a big bearish engulfing candle, there was no follow through. It was immediate upside afterwards. So again, still technically outside of this big structure. Just barely. Alright. Could have been a lot better. Green candle on Binance. Alright, all in then. Just kidding. Alright, Jet. Really appreciate y'all coming out. Supporting the stream with the likes, with the views, with everything. Please be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. You got to, man. Join the Discord. Posting the link now. Look at the Educational Resources tab so you can begin your journey learning more about this incredible, spectacular world. And unfortunately, yeah, there is no edge. There's nothing implying a reversal of the upside on Bitcoin yet. We have to wait for that. That candle is just not going to cut it on the 4 hour. Alright. Mysteries abound. We wait. I'll be back. Thank you so much for the likes, love, support, contributions, the new patrons, the patrons of old. Invest in yourself during these times. It's the only way life's going to get better for you if you invest in yourself. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
My name is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Adios, turd nuggets.